Ladies and gentlemen, the launching ceremony for Voice of the Soul, a compilation of poems, will begin shortly. Please remain seated and would appreciate if you could put your mobile phones on silent mode during the ceremony. A very good afternoon and warmest welcome to our guests of honor, Associate Professor Dr. Kamaruddin Othman, Deputy Rector, Academic Affairs Division, UiTM Kedah, Associate Professor Dr. Azhari Madhashim, Deputy Rector, Research Industrial Linkages, Community and Alumni Division, UiTM Kedah, Dr. Noor Azrina Muhammad Yusuf Alias Ghani, Deputy Rector, Student Affairs Division, UiTM Kedah, Encik Azlan Abdul Rahman, Head of Department, Academy of Language Studies, UiTM Kedah, Puan Aziza Kasim, Head of Perpustakaan Sultan Badlishah, UiTM Kedah, Puan Leila Nasir, School Improvement Specialist Coach of Pejabat Pendidikan Daerah Kuala Mudayan. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the book launching ceremony for Voice of the Soul, a compilation of poems that is a collaborative publication project between Academy of Language Studies, UiTM Kedah, and Sultan Badlishah Library, UiTM Kedah. I am Jacqueline Chua of Academy of Language Studies, UiTM Kedah, and I'm the MC for the ceremony this afternoon. For your information, this ceremony is being live streamed, and our warmest welcome to all of you who are joining us from afar through the bits and the bytes. Carol Ann Duffy, a Scottish poet, once says that you can find poetry in your everyday life, your memory, in what people say on the bus, in the news, or just what's in your heart. It is with this belief that everyone can and should put what's in your heart down in words. The publication of Voice of the Soul, a compilation of poems, has become a reality, hence the reason why all of us are here this afternoon to celebrate the success of this project. First on the agenda, ladies and gentlemen, of the ceremony today is a dua recitation by Ustaz Dr. Muhammad Khairul Anwar. So let us welcome Ustaz Dr. Khairul to say a word of blessing for this ceremony.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Al-Fatihah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. O Allah, our Lord, we express our gratitude to you for being able to participate in the Voice of the Soul Poetry Book launch ceremony today. O Allah, the most merciful, we pray that you dispense this event with your grace and blessings. May all our efforts in making this event a success in nothing but for your pleasure. We hope that you will instill love in us and that we continue to persevere in gaining vast knowledge. Grant us knowledge that is beneficial to us. Hopefully, we will be able to practice it and be closer to you, O Allah. O Allah, our Almighty God, we pray that this program will make us more eager to gain knowledge. Fill our hearts with the light of your guidance and help us to be an outstanding generation in this world and the hereafter. Allahumma ja'al jam'ana hadha jam'an marhuma wa tafarraqana min ba'dihi tafarraqan ma'suma wa la taj'al Allahumma fina wa la ma'ana shaqiyya wa la mahruma. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا ولوالدينا وارحمهما كما ربونا صغارا ولجميع المسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Thank you for the doa, Dr. Khairul. And now, I'd like to invite Yang Berusaha Encik Azlan Abdul Rahman, Head of Department of Academy of Language Studies, UiTM Kedah, to express his welcome to all of you. Let us give him a warm welcome first.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you so much, Madam of the Ceremony, Madam Jacqueline Chua. Once again, Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon. Salam Malaysia Madani, salam UiTM di hatiku. Okay, first and foremost, I would like to have your kind apology. I did not prepare any speech. Okay, it's just a very short one. Okay, just for me to express, representing the faculty, to express my greater gratitude and also appreciation to everyone here, especially to the VIP, the invitees, Associate Professor Dr. Kamaruddin Osman, Deputy Rector of Academic, Associate Professor Technologist Dr. Azhari Mat Hashim, Deputy Rector of Research, Alumni and Community, Dr. Noor Azrina, the Deputy Rector of Student Affairs, Puan Leila from PPD Kuala Mudayan, Puan Hajah Sharina and her wonderful team of VOS for being able to produce this material, this book, and also to prove that even though we are not in the cup of producing scopus, producing index publication, but we are still can serve the faculty in our own way. Okay, so we may not be having because that good performance in producing those kind of materials, but we can provide as well something that the campus and also the university can be benefited on. Okay, so representing APB UiTM Cawangan Kedah, once again I would like to wish our sincere gratitude to Hajah Sharina Sa'ad and her team, where just to get you know, okay, just to inform you, this particular book was initiated very in the very small steps. Okay, we started this idea when she conducted the webinar somewhere in August, if I'm not mistaken, last year. It was last year. Okay, she had this webinar talking because that's something related on poem. Okay, then the idea, she came in to see me and she proposed the idea of collecting the material from other lecturers in the system of UiTM. And surprisingly, we had managed to collect more than 100 poems, okay, from the whole system of UiTM, and we had the entries from social sciences lecturers, okay, from professor, from accountancy, from art and design, and many more fields. Okay, so this is actually just not related to education or language. Okay, it deals with many aspects of lives. Okay, so it was a good initiative, by the way. Then she came to see me and asking to have this EISBN, some sort of thing. Okay, she wanted to have the collection of poems, then produce the online or ebook version. Okay, then she managed to get numbers of participations. Then after that, she came for the second time asking, Azlan, maksud nak print pula buku tu. Okay, maksud nak print pula buku tu. And I would say that it was a good idea, and she proposed the idea and came to see Madam Aziza, Puan Aziza. Okay, then library, what call that, was giving us a very good cooperation, okay, and also opportunity to help us producing the printed version of Voice of the Soul, and this is what we are going to release today. So thank you so much to everyone who participating in this particular initiative. Okay, so representing APB UiTM Cawangan Kedah, we hope that there will be more we call that such initiative that will just not helping us as a lecturer, but also will be helping the campus as well as the university in the productions of write up and also writing. Okay, with that note, I will say thank you once again to everyone here, to Dr. Kamarudin, Dr. Azahari, Puan Leila, Dr. Azrina, and also Puan Aziza for helping us, APB UiTM Cawangan Kedah, and we hope that this collaboration and cooperation will last longer. Okay, with that note, thank you so much. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you very much, Encik Azlan, for the very, very interesting yet impromptu speech. Well, next, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Yang Berusaha Puan Aziza Kasim, Head of Perpustakaan Sultan Badlishah, UiTM Kedah, to deliver her speech. So let us welcome Puan Aziza.
Okay, thank you, Madam Jacqueline, our MC for the day. Our Honorable Professor Deputy, Dr. Kamarudin, okay, our Deputy Rektor of HEA, okay, Dr. Azahari, okay, Dr. Azrina, and Puan Laila, also Puan Sharina from APB. Okay, Assalamualaikum, and also esteemed our guests and distinguished faculty members. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It gives me a great pleasure to welcome you all to the first book launching event held in Perpustakaan Sultan Badlishah, or PSB, okay, UiTM Kedah. This is a momentous occasion for us, as we have the honor of collaboration with the Academy of Language Studies of UiTM Kedah to bring you this event. As the head librarian of the Sultan Badlishah Library, I'm delighted to see such a great turnout of talented academicians and book lovers alike. It is events that like this that help foster a culture of reading and appreciation for literature, and we are proud to be a part of it. Today we are launching a new book titled Voice of the Soul, a compilation of poems from the Academy of Language Studies of UiTM Kedah. We, the Library of Sultan Badlishah, is also very honored to have Puan Hajah Sharina here with us today to share her thoughts on the book and the person who started this project with us. To add, we are also grateful to all the faculty members of the Academy of Language Study of UiTM Kedah for their support and collaboration in making this event possible. As we celebrate this memorable occasion, we hope that this is just the beginning of the many more collaboration between our library and the Academy of Language Studies. Together, we can continue to create opportunities for learning, creative writing, and intellectual growth for our academicians and also our students. Once again, I extended my heartfelt thanks to all you for joining us today, and I hope you will enjoy this event as much as we have enjoyed bringing it to you. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Puan Aziza, for the words of appreciation. Ladies and gentlemen, behind the success of a project, there must be some form of great support and encouragement from all quarters. And for the publication of Voice of the Soul, a compilation of poems that happen, we owe it to the support of the management of UiTM Kedah. Therefore, for this, we would like to invite Yang Berusaha, Deputy Rector, Yang Berusaha, Associate Professor Dr. Kamarudin Othman, Deputy Rector of Student Affairs Division, UiTM Kedah, to deliver the opening speech for this ceremony. Let us welcome Associate Professor Dr. Kamarudin.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you, Madam Jacqueline. Our honorable guest, Puan Laila Nasir, School Improvement Specialist Coach from PPD Kuala Muda. Right. And we have together with us Dr. Azrina Yusof alias Ghani, Deputy Rector, Student Affairs. And we also have with us Associate Professor, Technologist, Dr. Azhari Muhammad Hashim. Okay. Deputy Rector, Research, Industry Linkages and Community and Alumni, Puan Azizah Kasim. Deputy Head of Librarian, Perpustakaan Sultan Badlishah, UiTM Kedah. Cik Azlan Abdul Rahman, Head of Academy of Language Studies, UiTM Cawangan Kedah. Puan Sarina, I think is it the author of this book? Chief Editor. Okay. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to all guests, yeah. So thank you very much. A hearty welcome to all, and it is an honor to meet everyone in person and virtually. So this is the launch of Voice of Soul, VOS, a compilation of poem by Academy of Language Studies, UiTM Kedah. And I'm very proud to see our academic community, especially producing a creative and talented individual who contribute to literary world in tandem of their academic pursuit. Creative writing is important, essential for academics to develop their creative abilities alongside their scholarly activities. Yeah? Writing is an form of expression of that to allow us to communicate the ideas that we can transform it into poems. Yeah. Today we launch a collection of poems that are deeply personal and thought-provoking. And as I read the poem in this book, I was struck by the ability of our academics to capture the ascension of emotion and experience that are often difficult to articulate. Yeah. Creative writing will help us to develop critical thinking skill, enabling academics to thinking outside of the box and approach problem is in a more creative and innovative way. It also helps to develop their communication skills, which are essential for search in both academic and broader world. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, In conclusion, I would like to congratulate to all authors on this publication, VOS, and not to forget to Madam Hajah Sharina Saad, yeah, for this wonderful initiative as the editor of chief of this book. I would like to thank to our I would like to thank for your encouraging lecturers to write. I hope that this book will inspire others to develop their creative ability and to use their talent to explore the complexity of human experience. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Associate Professor Dr. Kamaruddin, for the very encouraging words. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the pinnacle of the ceremony. That is the official launch for Voice of the Soul, a compilation of poems by the Deputy Rector of Academic Affairs Division, Yang Berusaha Associate Professor Dr. Kamaruddin Othman. For this, I'd like to invite Puan Aziza Kasim, Head of Perpustakaan Sultan Badlishah UiTM Kedah, and Hajah Sharina Saad, Chief Editor of Voice of the Soul, to come forward and join Dr. Kamaruddin and also Encik Azlan for the official launching of the book. Thank you very much, Associate Professor Dr. Kamaruddin Othman, Encik Azlan, Puan Aziza, and Hajah Sharina. Ladies and gentlemen, what we have prepared for you next is a multimedia presentation that summarizes the inspiration, the execution, and the publication of Voice of the Soul. So let us enjoy the montage.
Smile, Sharina, 2012. The smile I give will remove your frown. Mother Nature returns in her newest gown. Life is full of sun to surround your woes. Take in the sun as the season grows. Nothing in life will cause you harm. If you garner yourself with life balm, remember this: when you feel down, you are the one who wears the crown.
Hey, oh dear, my handsome soldier, my knight in shining armor, would do everything and would never give up any fights and would willing to give me more. My brave knight would never leave my sight, would do everything to make me glad. He will always stand strong, even when everything has gone wrong. Oh, I'm proud that he is my knight in shining armor.
Ladies and gentlemen, please let us give the team of graphic designers a big round of applause for the production of this multimedia presentation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to make this book launching ceremony more meaningful, we are delighted to have 9 out of the 150 contributing poets to recite their poems, some virtually and some live. We're going to start off with a virtual recitation by the following poets who are not being able to be here with us this afternoon. So we'll have Mia Emily Abdurrahim of UiTM Shah Alam reciting the poem, The Boy Who Swears by His Wit, Wisdom and Willpower. Norzi Nordiana Baharum of UiTM Jangka reciting Sugar, I Love You. One Nurul Fatihah, one Ismail of UiTM Perak reciting Just a Number. Associate Professor Dr. Angeline Vijayaraju of UiTM Negeri Sembilan reciting her poem Again. And lastly, Kamizatul Baizura Idris of UiTM Perak reciting her poem The What Ifs. So let us enjoy the virtual recitation by these poets.
That boy who swears by his wit, wisdom, and willpower. I know quite well of a boy from whom I learned the ABCs of the W's, joy from sorrow, the yesterdays and tomorrow. His acts a bit weak, yet nothing compares. It holds no shame. It hath no name. Love it, hate it, he couldn't care less. He is to his thoughts as food to life. He's not but a lad, but boy has he gifted himself. Some wrinkles spelled prudence. Forgive him for flexing his wisdom, stretching an earshot to an hour-long walk, 'cause next thing you know, you are awed by his feathering tongue. They say a man is but what he knows. He says a man is but what he does. Life may triumph time and again. Blessing in disguise, many a time before, he perfected the art of circumvention. Behold, rise above he shall. Standing tall with calculated wine, walking bold with decisive strides, he learned when in love to never walk on the same route twice, for it's not the same footstep, nor does he the same boy. I know quite well of a boy from whom I learned the this and that, but then again all I have is an infinity of time. What's another day to learn a few more?
Assalamualaikum, I'm Norzi from APB YTM Jangka. I'm going to recite my poem entitled Sugar, I Love You. A guy says, I love you, sugar, apple of my eyes, fire of my life, my rose, my heart, my flesh and blood, my joy and my pride. Between those tawny covert lips, a fact, he smokes deep. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wan Nurul Fatihah binti Wan Ismail. I am from UiTM Perak branch Tapa campus, and today I will recite a short poem entitled Just a Number. Okay, so this poem is dedicated to all the lives that we have lost to COVID-19 pandemic, which also includes the loss of my father. So this is it. When lives were but a number, and we were all faceless strangers, time was merciless, and the temptation did beguile us. How different would it be if we were not in shambles? Would we be spared of anything that rainbows? It felt like so much was not enough, yet what was left was too much of a gamble. And finally, it was down to a number. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Everybody calls me Angie, and my full name is Angeline Renchitamani Vijayaraju, and I am with UiTM Cawangan Negeri Sembilan. I'm attached to the Academy of Language Studies, Seramban campus, and I'm delighted that my poem, entitled Again, has been selected for the book compilation. And so here I am, I'm about to recite my poem called Again. I loved and I gave. I was happy, but not for long. What was loved and given to turned around and questioned me, made me feel useless. Again, I asked myself, what did I do wrong? There were no answers. Then I saw the wise man. I told him everything. He said, "My child." I asked, "What and why?" He answered, "This is how life goes. Never give everything. Always keep a big part for you, for your good self. Know who you are giving to. If you make a mistake, do not repeat that. Refrain from giving the ungrateful and the wicked, or those who do not value you. You worked hard. You deserve the fruits of your labor, not those who have no gratitude. The more you give to such, the less it is appreciated, the more entitled they feel. Think about yourself. Stop loving and giving. Those who remain ungrateful." Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you surprised that we actually have so many hidden talents among our colleagues? So please send them some great cheer and encouragement from Rabu, Kedah. They are watching you. Yeah, show them some welcome and warmth from the north. Right, ladies and gentlemen, after watching the video or the virtual recitation, I'm sure it's going to be even more exciting to have the poets reciting their works right in front of us. In fact, we are very honored to have 4 contributing poets who will be reciting their poems to us this afternoon here at the Sultan Badlishah Library, UiTM Kedah. First, let us welcome Puan Shariza Ilyana Ramli of UiTM Kedah to recite her poem, Torn. So let us welcome Nana.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My poem can be found on page 8. Torn. I have an umbrella, but unluckily it has torn, fella. It is too bad. Sorry, apples. You guys can still get wet. The sorrow on your face, because the sun can still raise. I have tried to knit it back, but it is still at its leg. The broken pieces dissolve in my media, but until now it is stuck here in my trachea. I have cried without an audio. Only tears fills in my sorrow, pretending like the pieces while being treated like treasures. What did I miss? Keep asking on my knees. I have give a word, but in return I have been done cold, attacking my pride, not to forget my rights. Eyes are watching. Look, my mother is trying to seek for help, trying to escape from death. No, don't cry, apples. I am here to protect you from the devils. Let me be the candle, sing in that scuffle. I took years to wipe the rain on my face, so that it does not appear on the surface. Later, I can remember that I have supplicated back heavily and felt congested. Do not grieve, because he is all knower. So chin up and pat on my own shoulder. Let it sound to be history that teaches us good lesson on how traverse through prairie, so that we can taste the victory once we escape from this misery. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you very much, Puan Shariza Iliana, for the very expressive recitation of her poem. And next, let us give a warm welcome to Puan Nur Asni Shariza Abu Hassan of Academy of Language Studies, UiTM Kedah, to recite her poem, My Ecstasy. Extra dose of encouragement for her, despite her injury, she insisted that she wanted to recite a poem here on stage. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Encouragement. Yes, Nini.
Yes, thank you, Jackie. Assalamualaikum and a very good day. My name is Nur Asni Shahriza. Today I'll be reciting a poem entitled My Ecstasy. It's actually about my obsession with iced tea. No, not iced tea. Our very own teh ice. Okay? One obvious thing about me is my simple likings for iced tea. Sweet, milky and creamy, and I'm all exaggeratedly joyous and happy. I'll take it whenever, wherever, possibly during a fire. But what truly makes it my inevitable desire? It's because when I'm exhausted, I'd feel rejuvenated. When I'm now adjusted, I'll feel cool and lighthearted. Imagine yourself lying on a bed on a rainy day, covered in a warm blanket. That's how I feel with this addiction. In a way, I can foolishly say, iced tea is my ecstasy. Others may choose iced Americano, while some may order caramel macchiato. But I'll still take that same old. But be heedful of its savor. Too much, then diabetes would say hello. In time, obesity would come knocking on your door. Not to forget, cholesterol to complete the trio. It's going to take a toll if taken without control. It's happening to me now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Puan Nini, for a very witty recitation of her or expression of her love for iced tea. Yeah. For what? Who? The next person who's going to recite a poem would be also from Academy of Language Studies, UiTM Kedah. Let us welcome Puan Sharifah Shakila Said Shaharuddin to recite a poem, A Cloudy Epiphany.
Okay. Assalamualaikum everyone. Hello. So I will be reciting my poem. It's a sad poem about a very rebellious daughter. It's not about me, but you can relate. I mean, you can relate if you want to. It's in the book, page 58. A Cloudy Epiphany. She lingers at the door, waiting for someone to stop her. I must go, she said. I must chase the dream, the epiphany that I need. She waits by the door, lacing her shoes, one after another. Is this really something that I want? Something that I believe? Or will this be another calamity? Or worse, a bloodstream of grief? She dawdles at the door, pulling her heavy heart and heavy bags. I shan't think twice, and you can't stop me, for I have made my decision. You must and you will set me free. Let me go, I tell you. Let me be. Let me make my mistakes myself. Let me have my cloudy epiphany. I am no longer a child. I am no longer a teen. I am grown and well. So let me go, please. Let me see. And so she did. And she left. Nothing but the sounds of her footsteps. Further away, and it was gone. She left, as the ringing sound of the flat line rings the room. Thank you.
Thank you, Puan Shakila, for the poem, A Cloudy Epiphany. Right? It's not anything loud, but it's rather sad. Yeah, very poignant. Next, and also our last individual recitation of poem will be Puan Rafida Ahmad from Academy of Language Studies, UiTM Kedah, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her three little kittens.
Assalamualaikum and greetings everyone. This poem is specially dedicated to my kids actually. It's a metaphor. My three little kittens. The one with white fur, carefree and frivolous all the time. Patiently waits for his turns, never to rush, always the observant. The one with calico fur. Strong-minded with goodwill all the time, recklessly competes for everything, the winner, always on the run. The one with black fur, the mischievous among the rest. Funnily act, yet sometimes annoying, always the adorable. To my three little kittens, let's dance away with this life, for this is just a journey. Sometimes it offers sadness, sometimes it offers happiness. Whatever it may be, need not to worry, for I'll be with you till the rest of my life. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Puan Rafida. It would be really nice if you could bring your three little kittens here and let us see their cuteness. Yep. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let us again give our contributing poets a big round of applause. Yeah. And now, Ladies and gentlemen, the Chief Editor of Voice of the Soul, Haji Sharina Saad, and her team will present to you a group recitation of the poem that she wrote that comes with the same title of the book as well, Voice of the Soul. So let us welcome.
Assalamualaikum, everyone. So thank you for coming. The poem Voice of the Soul is dedicated to all poem contributors of VOS, Volume 1, and also it is dedicated to the future contributors of VOS, Volume 2, inshallah. Okay, so the title of this poem is Voice of the Soul. Hear the voice from within. Hear the voice of your soul. Hear the voice of your conscience once more.
Let your soul calls your brain. Let your voice whispers out loud. Tell your fingers to pen them down, amazed of what you can do.
When you pen your voices down, a word of magic makes two. Those words are lyrical. Those words are magical. Those words are original.
Let your voice be heard, my friend. Let your voice be known. If you have the faith to strive, no one will really hurt you rise.
Be the change you want to be, and you have the power to turn your destiny. Be the voice of your soul. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Haji Sharina and the team for the presentation. So, ladies and gentlemen, the publication of Voice of the Soul would not have been possible without the teamwork of the editorial board of the book. So for this, we'd like to invite Encik Aslan Abdul Rahman, Department Head of Academy of Language Studies, UiTM Kedah, Puan Aziza Kasim, Head of Sultan Badlishah Library of UiTM Kedah, and Haji Sharina, Chief Editor of Voice of the Soul, to accompany Associate Professor Dr. Kamaruddin, the Deputy Rector of Academic Affairs, UiTM Kedah, to present the certificates of appreciation to the members of the editorial board of VOS. First, we'd like to invite Haji Sharina Saad, who is the Editor-in-Chief, to receive the Certificate of Appreciation from Dr. Kamaruddin. And we'd like to invite Puan Nur Asni Shariza Abdul Hassan, who is the Managing Editor and Corresponding Editor of VOS, to receive her certificate, or a representative, please. And I'd like to invite Puan Sharifah Shakila Said Shahrudin, who is the Secretary and also the Language Editor of VOS, to receive the certificate. And I'd like to invite myself to receive the certificate of... And we also have Puan Rafida Ahmad, the language editor. Please come forward to receive the certificate. And Puan Sabzia Bidin, the language editor. And we'd also like to invite Dr. Shafila Subri, graphic designer of the book, to receive the certificate of appreciation. And last but not least, we have Puan Nurul Atika Adnan, Ika, who is in the graphic design team to receive the certificate of appreciation. We'd also like to extend our appreciation to all who recited their poems for this ceremony. Those contributing poets who did the virtual recitation will receive their e-certificates of appreciation soon. And for the live recitation, we'd like to invite Puan Shariza Ilyana Ramli to receive her certificate of appreciation for reciting the poem. Ladies and gentlemen, Voice of the Soul is a collaborative project between APB UiTM Kedah and Sultan Badlishah Library of UiTM Kedah. The mutual appreciation and support between the two departments will be represented by the gift exchange, which is going to take place in a while. We're very honored to have our Deputy Rector of Academic Affairs, Associate Professor Dr. Kamaruddin, to be part of this meaningful gesture. First, Encik Azlan Abdul Rahman, Department Head of Academy of Language Studies UiTM Kedah, would like to present a token of appreciation to Puan Aziza of Perpustakaan Sultan Badlishah UiTM Kedah. Thank you for the help and support. And now, in exchange of this gesture, Puan Aziza, representing the Perpustakaan Sultan Badlishah UiTM Kedah, will present a token of appreciation to Encik Azlan, who is representing Academy of Language Studies UiTM Kedah. Thank you very much. And thank you very much, Associate Professor Dr. Kamaruddin, for all the support given to the success of publication of Voice of the Soul since the very beginning. For this, we have prepared a token of appreciation for you, and we'd like to invite Encik Azlan, Department Head of Academy of Language Studies UiTM Kedah, and Puan Aziza Kasim, Head of Sultan Badlishah Library UiTM Kedah, to present the token to Associate Professor Dr. Kamaruddin. Now, to commemorate this memorable occasion, we'd like to invite all the guests of honor and the committee members of Voice of the Soul project to come forward for photography session here. So all are welcome, in fact. Yes, all are welcome, please. I think. Let us invite everyone to come forward and take photo, please. Come. Come. It's not a very large crowd, so we can accommodate.
Oh, sure. Badlishah. Fazana. Come. I agree. Lagi cepat.
Smile je. Smile all the time. 1, 2, 3. Many more. 1, 2, 3. Anything you want. Can you please say voice of the soul?
Soul.
Get ready.
Okay, thank you.
Associate Professor Dr. Kamaruddin Othman, Deputy Rector of Academic Affairs Division, UiTM Kedah. Associate Professor Dr. Azhari Hashim, Deputy Rector Research, Deputy Director of Research, Industrial Linkages, Community and Alumni Division, UiTM Kedah. Dr. Noor Azrina Muhammad Yusuf Alias Ghani, Deputy Rector of Student Affairs Division, UiTM Kedah. Encik Azlan Abdul Rahman, Head of Department, Academy of Language Studies, UiTM Kedah. And Puan Aziza Kasim, Head of Perpustakaan Sultan Badlishah, UiTM Kedah. Puan Leila Nasir, School Improvement Specialist Coach of Pejabat Pendidikan Daerah Kuala Mudayan. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the book launching ceremony for Voice of the Soul, a compilation of poem. We'd like to extend our utmost gratitude to all of you for joining us this afternoon, physically and also virtually, to commemorate this meaningful event. We hope there'll be a long series of Voice of the Soul in the near future, and your support will be the deciding factor of the achievement of this vision. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you very much, and I wish you a good weekend in advance.